Hello Libra, I'm getting into your extended reading now, so thank you so much for joining me, and I'm excited to go deeper with what this reading was all about because I had to cut the YouTube version short, but that's okay because it just leaves more room for us here to dive deeper, I guess. So you're in a Wheel of Fortune energy at the moment, which is not a bad energy to be in at all. It's actually super expansive, and this is a time where you're probably learning a lot about yourself, learning about the world around you. You're making lots of realizations, and then as well as that, external circumstances are fueling a sense of things becoming larger than life, or amplifying, or just becoming more lucky, or opportunities are opening for you. Whoa, Judgment card is a huge energy, Libra. So this is Pluto. And when Jupiter and Pluto get together, we see extreme luck, extreme wealth, extreme expansion. We could sort of see a transformation, Pluto, of your awareness, a transformation of wisdom, a transformation of luck, basically, or a transformation of luck might not be the best word to use. The trajectory kind of moving upwards and basically expanding before your very eyes. So there's a real sense of readiness here, even if it seems kind of daunting to make this leap, especially since I mentioned the crisis of faith earlier as well. It can be kind of daunting to see what's next as things are shifting, and things are shifting in a maybe more extreme way, and new horizons are sort of really coming into the picture at this time. But you have got an opportunity here that doesn't come along all the time. This is the opportunity for rebirth, and Judgment card can often be called awakening in other decks, and that just suggests that like there is a shift in like your thinking in a big way, shift in wisdom, shift in thinking. So let's look at the 8 and 9 of coins together, okay? So 8 of coins in the recent past, what you've been focused on, what you've been working on, drafting, planning, measuring, putting together, curating, listing. What else would I say with those documents? It's like, yeah, going back to the drawing board again and again, and like, I guess like when you're experimenting with something, you're doing some trial and error. 2 of Swords is coming through with the 8 of coins, and let's get a card for the 9 of coins. I think that this energy of the 8 of coins is roughly about a month ago, give or take, anywhere between like 3 and 5 weeks ago. And then the 9 of coins is coming through with the Lovers. So about anywhere between 3 to 5 weeks ago, you had made some sort of progress on something that had been in the works for even a longer time than that, I think. There could have been originally, or at one point at least, a ton of indecision around this. The 2 of Swords can speak to not having the answer due to potentially, you know, not being able to see the whole picture yet. It might just seem like somebody is withholding information, or perhaps it just wasn't the time for you to know it. And for whatever reason, you couldn't see the whole picture up until about 3 to 5 weeks ago, when then this breakthrough occurred. I think breakthrough came up a lot in your YouTube reading. This breakthrough occurred, and you were finally able to, the ball started rolling, or things started expanding for you. It was like a stroke of luck. I keep wanting to say that, but it basically was much more fated than that. Things began to unfold for you, and with Judgment card, it was almost like at an unstoppable force, or quite a like inevitable, or like broad scale. Like, so some of you are actually weren't expecting this to be as amplified or large or expansive for you, but something shifted in the last 3 to 5 weeks the full picture became clearer. And ever since then, it seems like you've just been able to like soar even higher. But this is an energy of big transformation around you now, especially around your ideals, your wisdom, your beliefs. For some of it will directly apply to studies, education, and things like that, like the more sort of traditional side of wisdom and all of those things. But like, anyway, the Lovers and the Nine of Coins here, although I mentioned that this was something to do with you celebrating your victories, celebrating yourself, and the fact that you did this and that it was due to your hard work, your effort. This is something very sacred to you. I think that you will enjoy sharing this with another person in your life, someone very special and close to you. It doesn't matter if it's not like a necessarily romantic, intimate kind of partnership like we see in this Lover's card, but you are going to be delighted to sort of share the current circumstances with another person. There are other kind of things that are coming up here. If you've recently met a lover, then would it be possible that you had to do a certain amount of work, Eight of Coins, on your own in order for this pretty destined soulmate connection with Wheel of Fortune, Judgment, and the Lover's card coming up? But it had to be at a time when you had been okay on your own or done something and succeeded on some sort of inner work. If you are in a relationship, this is just saying to the person you're with, hey, let's go. I want to celebrate what I've just achieved, this accolade, and it wouldn't be the same if you weren't going to be there with me. Some of you are celebrating something to do with your romantic partnership in a bigger way too. So we're about to get to this kind of crisis of faith section. And the difference between what's going on in your subconscious mind and your conscious mind is stark. Let's see, card to support or go deeper to this Page of Swords in the subconscious. The Five of Swords. You know, so it's trickier actually than I thought. You know what, like, okay, it might be partly some sort of a conversation that's still replaying in your subconscious, or there's just a message there. There's like a message storyline, very kind of like past, old, like antiquated, no, I don't know, outdone. I mean, the past, does it even exist anymore? No, it does not. So your subconscious mind is really urging you to make the realization, which it could be Judgment card, Wheel of Fortune, that the only time is now. You can't change anything about yesterday or tomorrow. This is really important for your Chariot card, advancement. This is really, and I want to look at the Faith card now, or the Hierophant. This is always important, but with all these sword cards in your conscious and subconscious, you have sword cards that to do with like the way the brain and the way that your brain is wired, the way you think. You have an opportunity to change that now. And that will help you to, Chariot card, expand, move forward and progress, reach new heights. Another Page of Coins, another Page of Wands. Okay, you're about to have like incredibly enlightening conversations and breakthroughs with other people that might be like on this kind of very quintessential spiritual or religious journey themselves. But maybe it's just like the group of people you find yourself with at the moment, all these pages. They're like your peer group. They're the people that you're surrounded with at work or in your community, your neighborhood, or just your circle of friends or family. Everybody seems to be like wired to having these sort of spiritual breakthroughs. Even the Four of Swords in your environment is a very awakening energy. It sort of talks about like consciousness and awareness shifting for you. So let me break this down. You're replaying or stuck on a certain conversation or storyline from the deep, deep past. And who isn't, right? And when are we not? At this very moment, you have an opportunity, and which you always have, but for now it's really potent and it's really crucial for you to realize that the past doesn't exist anymore. You can continue to create stories there. The people that are showing up might even be people from your past. They don't even exist anymore. If you were to keep seeing your colleagues or your friend or your family member with a lens of the past, then you're not doing them justice, you're not doing yourself justice, because that isn't that person anymore. So to be able to see someone for who they truly are at the very moment you're witnessing them is also going to help you be seen for the person that you are currently, not your past mistakes, not the person you could be, just who you are. So the now, and also if you want to get into the kind of like quantum mechanics of this, now truly is all that exists, and now is a perfect opportunity for you to shed limiting mindsets of fights and conflict and deception and tomfoolery. And this is straight out fuckery of the Five of Swords. So you keep replaying something that's totally not necessary to do so anymore. It was 11 minutes and 11 seconds as I said that. For whatever reason, that might be a nice thing to hear for you. 10 of Swords, the Chariot card. The other side of this 10, the other side of this kind of culminating, uncomfortable and often unpleasant or even painful thought process you've been dealing with for a while, is this Chariot card energy, which is the other side of this. And this really speaks to a lot of force. This really speaks to a leveling up. I always say it, but with the Chariot card and the Judgment card, like there's such a readiness implied here, readiness for the rebirth, readiness for the next level to like emerge for you. And this often really does talk about victory, success and triumph, Libra. So I'm not really just trying to exaggerate anything here, you know, so there is an opportunity here now, but it has to be about you centering yourself, who you are currently, seeing everyone who they are in the present moment, and knowing that what's coming for you in a more expansive way, it's happening soon, okay? Because the Emperor card here tells me it's happening before the 13th of April. Faith card with the Page of Coins and the Page of Wands, it's just a suggestion that talking, messages, what you hear, signs, synchronicities, symbols, like all of these here in the faith, this is going to help your faith be restored, but also like talking and sharing and listening and hearing and engaging with others, especially about the maybe more spiritual or religious aspects of your reality, could be extremely beneficial for you at this time. And over the next, I think, 8-9 days, you're gonna start to have those experiences. Let's clear this Ace of Wands, which was the highest self with a really like validating yes, or you can handle this. I heard from that Ace of Wands when I viewed the card. And I'm gonna pull an archetype card at the end here as well. The Fool card and another Ace of Swords right beside that. This is extremely validating, Libra. The Fool card is a brand new journey. It's numbered 0. It's the very first card of the deck. So what is unfolding for you doesn't need to be like something you've never seen, done, or even imagined for yourself before. It doesn't have to feel like it's out of left field. Now, because we're in eclipse season, it certainly might have an aspect of a new beginning, a new face, a new idea, a new contract, like a new possibility overall. But it's basically at least closing doors behind you now that don't serve anymore and opening up to Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, one opportunity leading to the next, one yes, creating this ball rolling under here, momentous effect of another breakthrough coming. Ace of Swords is the card that I say breakthrough with a lot, and I know that that came up in the YouTube reading, that overall I do get the impression that you're in this kind of like, you're in that kind of chrysalis, about to transform, Judgment card, about things are changing for you. The Four of Swords in your environment. is the Six of Cups. This is nice because people from your past are coming along this journey with you. We often think that when we're going through transformation and change, we have to be shedding and releasing and letting go of all of our past connections. And well, I obviously can't talk to them anymore because they probably represent an old paradigm me. No, this actually includes, if not is mainly, the fact that your old homies, your friends and family from the past, your siblings, your childhood friends or high school friends, whatever it may be, they're on this awakening journey at the same time as you. Quite likely this was part of you guys' soul contract here to say like, hey, we're going to Earth for this incarnation. How do you feel about around 2025? We all kind of start to question things in another way, or we start to set our sights on growing in new directions, but together. So that's fun, you know. I have a really close friend who kind of seems to go through like breakthroughs of awareness on the exact same things at the exact same time. We always laugh and joke. We were like, it was obviously part of the deal. Like we weren't coming here unless, when we signed up, I was like, you're doing this with me. He was saying, you know, unless Kate's doing it at the exact same time, I'm not in. So it seems like it's something like that. More mundanely, your past connections, your friends, your family, your childhood connections, all of that, they're very much at peace at the moment, which is nice. Like you can see a lot of tranquility, a lot of ease. There's no tension there. It's just all good there. Good vibes for those connections. The Three of Coins. So the Three of Coins is coming up with the Devil card. There is work pressure on you, I suppose, to continue to succeed. Three of Pentacles is really dedicated, really like growth oriented, also just very committed to their work. And the Devil card, one of the vices or powerlessness qualities of the Devil card is somebody who's like chained to their job, chained to their desk, busying themselves with work constantly to avoid being with themselves. So that workaholism is actually something that's coming up here to be wary of. Yeah, there's a fine line between focus, commitment, effort, and drive with your creative projects, with your skills and your work and your job and career. But the Devil card coming up saying this is like, you know, you could veer over the edge to this being in control of you rather than the other way around. And then Emperor card for basically April. Well, I mean, I'm just going up to the 13th of April with this reading. You're finishing the reading at least up until around the 13th of April really strong. Here's you, Queen of Swords with Cardinal Air. Sorry, I just want to check something. And this is great because so you've got Libra and you've got Aries there. It's going to be nice to be done and dusted with the eclipse in Aries for you. So on the 29th of March, there's that eclipse in Aries, and you're going to be really feeling very even lighter than light at that point. You're able to address a long cycle of pain at this time from like April of 2023. You're finishing really strong. A partnership may emerge, a partnership where you either get to be whichever you're not used to being, you know, Aries the fighter, Libra the lover. You kind of get to switch roles a little bit. You get to explore other sides of yourself more. Let's choose an oracle card. The Nectar. Well, I think we should just go with that. That's what came popping out, right? The Nectar. So this is an oracle card to support you on this eclipse season journey. The medicine, the elixir, the garden. In Hindu mythology, there is a miraculous substance known as Amrit, or nectar that is containing infinite healing power. This golden nectar or sacred elixir is the drink of immortality, and like its sister substance soma, it is known to activate subtle intelligent forces that ease the mind, body and spirit. Though esoteric, these images lead us to the central energy of this archetype, the sweet, potent, heavenly essence that lubricates our spirit back to life. The nectar card calls us to identify and relish in places, practices, people, and activities that regenerate and heal. Medicine is needed, and it comes in a subtle form that you may be overlooking, like even a conversation can be so medicinal. Seek the most sensuous, fragrant flower in the garden you have forgotten. Don't underestimate this remedy. It is said when someone has activated this substance within, it is reflected in their shimmering eyes. Are you about to be glowing, Libra? Okay, talk to you soon.